What happens when a group of lifelong besties trades middle school crushes for midlife hot flashes? You get a lot of laughs, a little bit of venting, and a whole lot of heart. We've survived cross-country moves, career shifts, and changing gene sizes together. Now we're tackling the invisible years, from the frustration of medical mysteries to the joy of deep-rooted sisterhood. We're here to brainstorm, de-stress, and remind you that you aren't going through this alone. Because at the end of the day, we're more than just a support group. We are friends, period.
Hi, welcome to Friends Period. Welcome back and welcome to episode 2. We made it to episode 2, guys. This feels monumental to me because we keep forgetting to hit record. So again, we are a group of women who have been friends since elementary school. We've had a group chat going for years, and we use it to celebrate each other, ask each other for advice, and more so lately, ask random questions like, what is happening to my body? Or why is adulting so hard? We know we are not alone in our midlife experience and wanted to create a platform where we can interact with more people outside the group chat. So this week we have a new addition, and that is Tara. Tara, you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. Welcome and thank you. My name is Tara. I grew up with all of these lovely ladies in Milford. Shortly after high school, I moved to Southeastern Mass, where I still reside. I live here with my husband and 3 teenage children. So hormones galore in this house. Perimenopausal hormones here, and then an 18-year-old, 15-year-old, and 14-year-old. So
got it all.
We got it all.
Maybe we need to ask how your husband is dealing with all of that. Does he?
He has the dogs.
He have a safe room, safe word. Like, you need to know.
I think we all know they can be a little crabby too sometimes.
Yeah. We'll have some husband guest stars.
Yes. He has the dogs. Okay. And the dogs have him. So that's
support group. Yeah.
Good. I'm super happy to be here.
We're happy you're here.
And we're happy that it still says recording.
Yeah. So it's really nice to have such good friends that they all said we were having a hard time recording when really it was my responsibility. So I'm going to blame that on brain fog. And maybe later we can talk about some things that some of us have tried to remedy that in their lives, and how many millions of dollars we're spending as a society to make that happen on things that have no founded scientific backing, but we're willing to throw money at it. So hey, let's talk about that a little bit. But first,
the internet says it works. Colleen.
Yes,
so it must be true.
$29.99 a month.
Interwebs.
Yeah, can't lie.
Nope.
I have to say the best part about the fact that the internet told us it was true is the one thing that I try to teach all of my students. Like, just because it was on the internet doesn't make it true. And they kind of hear me and they go, sure, but TikTok said this. And I'm like, oh, I'm actually doing the same thing, but it's Instagram because I'm too old for TikTok. So it's fun to watch middle schoolers go through the same thing that we're going through, but I've definitely thrown my money at stuff.
Oh yeah, and the targeted Facebook ads, and they don't even hardly know what Facebook is anymore. So I guess that dates us too. But yeah, every other post on Facebook is about my age and what I should be spending my money on to fix everything related to it. So
my new favorite game now too is it Photoshop? Is it AI? Somebody gets on and like, oh, look at this cream, look at my face, look at my neck, it looks awful, and now it looks wonderful, and I'm there like looking at it, like inspecting it, like that's AI.
Yep.
I love the ads that are so bad though that you can tell the afterward one is just all fuzzy and pixelated, and it's just like the worst possible job at showing us that was reality. And yet, how much money have they made off of it? Because people like us are just so desperate for if that $15 is going to do anything, I'm willing to try. So it's so sad they are making money on our absolute insecurities, but oh well, such is life.
So, Colleen, I think you have to share your most recent cream experience with us.
Oh, the creams. Well, it's funny because when I was thinking about this episode, I was like, oh, the things that we've tried. And, it's like I have two columns in my notes. One is the doctor stuff that I've tried, and one is the not so doctor stuff that I've tried, which is probably falling mostly in the Instagram and Facebook marketing ads that have totally taken me and swindled me for all the money that I've thrown at them. But on the doctor side, I have things like glucosamine and turmeric. I don't know. Am I saying that right? Do you guys say turmeric or turmeric? What is it?
Turmeric.
I say.
That's what I say.
Turmeric. Okay, good. Turmeric. Magnesium. Progesterone, the pill with estrogen I'm back on like I was 20 years ago. So it's funny, like those are my doctor things that I've tried, and I'm still on a couple of those. And then the non-doctor things that I've tried are things like mushroom coffee, fiber supplements, because I keep reading that they help with digestion and feeling full and hopefully managing weight. We'll see. I'll report back. And then the funniest one is the wild yam cream. Like, I'm so embarrassed that I actually clicked the buy button after doing so much silly research and knowing fair well that it wasn't going to do all of the things that it promised to do. But for $14.95, it promised the relief of symptoms during periods of physical change, including inflammation. Let's see, it's supposed to support hormonal balance. It's a Chinese herbal medicine for muscular digestion, cramps, and joint issues. So, I mean, with all those promises, it was worth $15, right? I'm pretty sure someone melted a candle into a jar and put a tin cap on it and mailed it to me from China. And I, for a few weeks, rubbed it on the inside of my wrists and the upper arm area. And I mean, you could probably light me like a candle, and that would be more effective than any of the medical remedies that I experienced. So you could save your money on that.
Did you say it's called wild yam cream?
I did, yes.
Like to suggest that there are domesticated yams? Like, what is a wild yam?
Well,
aren't there just yams?
You have to forage for it.
And it is a yam a sweet potato? That's a whole other conversation.
I mean, I probably should have just cut a sweet potato open and threw it in the bathtub.
It might have been more beneficial.
Yeah,
just
rubbed it on my
sweet
head.
Potatoes on your wrists.
Right.
Just blend it up, Colleen, and rub it.
At least we knew that had some kind of vitamin content. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely.
Colleen turns orange. She's rubbing too much sweet potato all over.
And what I need to know, like inquiring minds need to know, like this skin is not what it was. I'm sorry, like 3 months ago. I don't know what's happening really fast. So if anyone's figured out anything to do with this, can you share with me, please?
I think that the Oompa Loompas I think they were using yam cream and some kind of weird hair thinning concoction. That's why they were orange with green hair.
The wild yam
doing
cream
lots
is
of exercises and fixing myself on Zooms all the time to make sure that that's not.
Or Scotch tape. Like at least they can't see that on Zoom, right?
So that
Oh my God.
brings up, because the turkey neck is my current obsession, because I swear in like just the last year my entire face just went bleh, and there's jowls and there's neck and like the lines. It's not just the creepy, it's those things, which again, you go to the internet and it's just depressing, because they're like, well, you can find 8,000 things that they could sell you to try to fix it,
And
but
they
then
all
you
work,
get the
obviously.
info. Right. But then you also get the info that's like, oh, if you have those two lines, those
You're
those cord things, like you're screwed, because that's like your whole inner structure is just destroyed. So
it's the end of the line for you. You might as well just give up.
Yeah. And
That's all I can see on my face right now. And I'm like,
But that's a good point, though, because I don't know if you notice with different lighting. Sometimes I'll look in the mirror and I'm like, hey, I don't even notice it today. And then I turn around to a different mirror with a different light and I'm like, oh, there it is. So it's, I think there's definitely you can make it better, make it worse with lighting. So that's how they come up with those ads.
that mirror that makes everything look horrible, the portal to hell mirror is the at the salon. Like, I cannot stand when I go to get my hair cut, and like, I don't know, it's like every salon. So it's not even that, it's just the one I go to now, and the lighting in there, it's like I sit in a chair, and I think because the smock thing or the apron cape, whatever it is like up to here too, and I'm just and I'm like, I look like just
well, it's
rolled in
also
like
because
the
for those
creature
45
book.
minutes you have nothing else to do but stare at yourself, because you can't look at your phone, you can't look at someone else because that's creepy, so you're literally just staring at yourself for 40 minutes. So it's not helpful either.
I'm having flashbacks from 2020 and teaching online. All you do is stare at people on Zoom.
Yeah. And you look at yourself and you're like, do I really look like that? I think Old Navy has it figured out, though, I have to say. For a cheap clothing store, everything I try on in there looks amazing. So whatever they've done to their mirrors, we should just all ask to buy the mirrors from their dressing room. Bring them home. Because they think they've somehow like elongated us and like everything looks better in there. And then you buy stuff and you bring it home like, what why did I buy that? It looked good in the dressing room. Awful.
So to be clear, we are not sponsored by Old Navy, but Old Navy,
we
if you would
should
like to
be.
sponsor us, we would love to join you.
And buy your mirrors.
We'll put that disclaimer out now. We are not sponsored by anybody.
By anybody.
We are
But
not
come
medical
on and let us
professionals.
know. Bring it on.
We are
But
not
we
medical
clearly have
professionals.
sponsored lots of people by sending our money to them.
Erin, you don't think my yam cream experiment qualifies me as a medical professional? Very confused.
Maybe you know, who knows? Maybe it does, but
Yeah.
I don't want anybody to try anything and
Based
have
on
turn orange and be like, but the Friends Period girl said to try the yams. Do not try things.
Yeah, don't rub
Or
your-
try at your own risk. Try whatever you want, but try your own risk.
Should we put the disclaimer from when we were kids? Do not try this at home.
Mhm.
I'll put it in the
I
editing.
did try some beef tallow cream that I bought at a farmer's market
See?
for hand
There we go.
cream. Don't know that it made a whole lot of difference. I know there's a lot of talk about beef tallow
Mhm.
nowadays.
Yes.
I was gonna say I
I
eat
don't
food
think-
cooked in it, but
I
never
don't
rubbed it
think,
on
yes, lots of food cooked in it, but I don't know that I'd slather it on my face. But I bought the cream, the lady at the farmer's market said you can use it on your face, but I use it on my hands, especially in the winter in New England, yucky, dry, gross. I didn't notice a huge difference,
No.
so I don't know.
It's not
Definitely-
straight up beef towel, though, is it? I can't even say the word. Because is it greasy or is it an ingredient in like a hand cream and it feels more like a hand cream?
This is like whipped beef tallow and honey, like whipped
wow.
together and with olive oil. I think
I've
it's
been so
olive oil,
curious.
honey, and beef tallow.
Oh,
What is
Your
tallow?
fur
Is
babies like
is it like
just
The
the
fat.
The fat.
Yeah.
Beef fat.
Oh,
They
oh,
cook
okay.
it down. They cook it down and strain it. Cook it down and strain it.
I mean, I have heard of
They
people
use it to
rubbing
make
that on their
soaps
face,
and things
but-
like that. I know. I couldn't. The lady's like, you can use it on your face too. I haven't quite gone there yet, but
No.
I was
didn't-
so curious.
I was like, if it
about
makes my hands look 20 years younger, then I'll try it on my face. But
Or maybe right
There
in
you go.
here. Let's all rub it on
Yeah.
your neck.
I did ask the esthetician that I go to her thoughts on it because it had come up in conversation, and I was like, And then it's like anything else. As soon as it crosses my radar, now that's all that I see on my social
you see
media
it.
feed, and it just kind of like feeds that curiosity. Like, should I be doing this? Am I missing out on something? But my esthetician was like, I've never heard of that, and
please
that
don't put it on your
sounds-
face.
well, she was like, I mean, it might make you break out. I mean, it's fat. And I'm like, I'll stick with what I'm doing.
the current things on my my feeds are all red light therapy, which I have tried and I can talk about. But then actually I've tried this too. The other thing is lymphatic drainage. Like that's all I'm seeing now. And it's like, okay, so now are we supposed to be asking ourselves, am I, have I gained weight or are my lymph nodes just, full and I need to drain them? Like what? I don't know.
This is so much stress.
It is. And then you need like the tool. What are the gua sha? What are those things the tools that you're supposed to like brush your face and
I know what
I
you're
know
talking
exactly
about.
what you're talking about.
but you
I
have to
can't
know
think of the
like
name.
where to do it, and it's stressful. It's so much mental load to, and then you stop and you're like, why? Like,
Mhm.
How many steps is your skincare routine?
oh god,
So
I mean,
I'm at the age where part of my skincare routine is clindamycin because I'm like, when did that become a beauty product? But yeah, so I now have rosacea, which I'm told is also hormonal. When you get a hormonal imbalance, it can trigger rosacea. So if I look at the sun or I take a hot shower or I have a glass of wine, like my chest goes red, my face goes red, I look super crazy. And so I have to put clindamycin on my skin as part of my beauty routine. I'm like, wow, that's one way to make, turn up. Like, there's nothing sexy about my beauty routine anymore.
I think it just takes too much time. I was always like a very simple, like throw some moisturizer on, maybe a coat of mascara, and I was good to go.
So what
And
do you
now
do
I
now?
find I'm trying to think. You definitely use toner. Well, I obviously wash my face. I use toner. Then I use hyaluronic acid and vitamin C and regular, like my regular moisturizer. Oh, and then don't forget the moisturizer with sunscreen after that. And then usually a layer of like it's almost more like a tinted sunscreen than it is a foundation. So on top of the moisturizer with sunscreen, now I put more sunscreen on my face. So that's like 4, 5, 6 things. I'm like, this is just over and over and over again. It's like Groundhog Day. But and now I'm to the point where I'm kind of afraid to take one of them out because I don't know. I think my face will melt off or something. I don't know.
We talked about our mothers on the last episode, and I wonder how much of this they did or didn't do, because I don't feel like my mother's skincare routine ever got complicated. Like, how much are we doing just because of all the marketing and stuff that we're reading on social media that they just didn't have access to? Are we just stressing more about it?
So my mother,
go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, my mother's whole skincare routine consisted of Noxzema.
That's what I'm saying. I think my mom's was like Pond's.
Yes.
Remember Pond's?
Yeah, Noxzema and
white
Pond's.
jar? Yeah.
Yep.
I can go in the bathroom right now and pull and show you Noxzema and Pond's, because I'm like, okay, I literally had this train of thought. Yeah, I was like, it worked for Mom. Let me try it, and I can't say that it really worked. So I don't know. Maybe
I'm assuming the formula is very different than when our moms were our age too.
That's a good point.
Oh, that's
I also
true.
feel like our environment was different when our moms were young.
Yeah.
Right. So and media wasn't targeting our moms.
Yes.
Because media didn't care about women when our moms were young. Like they were the after effect. Like we're starting to
we will spend a lot of money now.
Doors, and we're trying to figure out, we're realizing that our healthcare system is based on men, and we're realizing that our, solutions are based on men. So I think now that they know that women are powerful and women can make good choices, we're getting hit from both sides. Genuine, I hear us whenever we talk. This is just something I noticed, that when we talk about our doctors that care about what we have to say and what we're going through, I always feel like I hear a she in there. She listened to me. She subscribed this. And then I'm not hearing the he anymore, which I think gives us a new perspective that they know we're listening, but we're also getting they know we will waste money.
Yeah. And so
they'll do both.
I mean, that's mostly super positive, but I do feel like they also had maybe less stress involved with it too. Were they allowed to age more gracefully than we are being allowed to age? I think there's so much more stress on us because we're seeing what she's doing and how she's staying young. And we're comparing ourselves, like we talked about our kids having to compare themselves against other kids on social media. I don't know how much of it is, a natural progression or how much of it is social media and a money grab from these health and beauty product companies too, because they know we're watching and we're making our own money now, where maybe our mother's generation, they weren't making their own money, they weren't spending money, and now we're willing. I don't know. I just feel like it's a whole lot of pressure, and obviously we should be able to age a little more gracefully than we are, but we don't.
Yeah. But then if you see, movies in the 70s or 80s, and they're the grandparents, 16 Candles or something, and the grandparents come to visit, people who like people looked a lot older at the like, even the Golden Girls, right? You find out all the Golden Girls were supposed to be in their early 50s or mid 50s, and they looked a lot older, whether it's hairstyles or just skin. So, you know, I think to your point, yeah, they didn't worry so much, and it was probably less stressful. They weren't bombarded from every direction for these fixes to buy and, you know, the miracle things. But I mean, I think people do look better now. I mean, somebody who's 70 doesn't look, you know, ancient.
No, that's good perspective
for most people.
Yeah.
If I think back to like when I was a teenager, I can remember, I don't exactly remember what my mom's skincare routine was. Definitely she wasn't bombarded like we are now, and didn't have the ability then to compare herself to so many other people. What are they doing? What should I be doing? But I do remember going to the mall and going to Clinique and buying like this 3-step. It was like the face wash, the toner, and the moisturizer. And I was like, I have arrived because this is so fancy. Like I now have a 3-step process. My skincare routine is still 3 steps. I mean, it's pretty simple. I do use sunscreen in the morning. So I guess that would be 4 steps in the morning, and then makeup or whatever. But I've really always just kind of tried to keep it simple. I buy a lot of stuff. I'll use it for like a week, and then I don't even know what happens. It's like, I don't know if I forget about it or I just get lazy, or I don't even know.
Well, you must not be having as much of a benefit as you're hoping if you're willing to push it aside. But wait, what are the 3 magic steps? Because your skin is beautiful. So tell us the 3 magic steps.
Oh, well, thank you. But it's pretty much the same as when I was younger. So it is a cleanser, like a serum that has a combination of stuff in it. God only knows what those things are. And then just a moisturizer. Yeah.
Awesome.
I will admit, I still shop at Clinique, and I still get the 3-step process.
I love their products. Absolutely love their products. Yeah.
Moisturizer, toner, and then I'm at face wash, moisturizer, and then toner.
I feel like if it worked for me when I was going through hormonal changes then that were so much more prevalent in my skin, like breakouts were so frequent when I was a teenager, that when I think about that sometimes, you know, like it kind of makes me like, oh gosh, like you're going through such a hard time. And then your skin is like, what if you just had acne all over, you know, a rough time.
Yeah. All right. Well, I confess to my wild yam cream purchase. I need somebody else to confess to a crazy trial of something that they succumb to from social media or an Amazon purchase. Come on, help me out.
I'm taking pumpkin seed oil, hoping that, because I'm convinced that my hair is getting thin on I've always had super thick hair on my head, and you probably can't see, but you can't see the line because I also have this like powder that I put, because my hair is totally, I will admit, it is totally gray. This is dyed. Been dyeing it forever. But I don't understand why there's hair thinning in places and reappearing in other places. The chin, wherever else. My eyebrows are thinning. Like I use like an eyebrow serum that I think might be working.
So do you think the pumpkin seed oil works?
I don't know.
Because pumpkins and yams are kind of closely related.
They kind of are. They kind of are. But I will say I'm so sick of dyeing my hair. Like it's like a constant struggle. And because it, you know, grows fast, and then all of a sudden the roots are there again, and it's just but I'm also not quite ready to go gray. And I love that so many women are, and I think they look beautiful, and like I see, you know, women with this gorgeous gray hair, and it just suits them. It just looks, and I love it. But I just, you know, personally, I'm like, I don't know if I'm ready yet. But then I have days where I'm like, all set to do it, you know, because I'm just tired of the labor. There's so much labor involved in being a woman.
Yes. I love seeing these 20-somethings dyeing their hair silver and gray. I'm like, if more of them could do it, it would normalize it for us, and then we can just like go.
Yeah.
Let's get that movement going stronger.
I will share that the one thing that I tried is a supplement called berberine. It is a friend of mine told me about it. I purchased it online. The thing that really hooked me is it's called Nature's Ozempic. So, why wouldn't I just buy that online and not know how many to take or what any of the side effects would be?
Why not?
She swore that it did help curb her appetite. She felt fuller, longer. I did not have that experience, but then, coming into this podcast and knowing that we were going to be talking about some of these quick fixes, I did do a little bit of research, and I mean, they're saying that you needed to take it for 8 to 12 weeks, which I did not do. And it's really, what people saw was not drastic like what you're going to see with Ozempic. So I tried it. It didn't necessarily work for me. I am interested though, because lately what's showing up on Instagram for me is creatine. And that had actually been recommended to me by a doctor, but she pronounced it creatinine, which made me lose faith in the recommendation, because I was like, I know what you're trying to say. That's not how you say it. But anyway.
So you haven't bit that bullet yet?
I haven't. And it does talk about cognitive function benefits. And I'm like, please, like, I need that. Like, sometimes it's difficult for me to form a sentence. Last night, I could not remember the name for the dryer. I was asking my boyfriend to go down and switch the laundry, and he was like, what do I need to do? Because sometimes I'll tell him there's specific articles I don't want you to put in the dryer. And I was like, just take the clothes and put them in the
thing.
The thing.
I was like, what's next to the washer? And he was like, oh my God.
I did buy creatine, not creatinine. I think I bought like a 30-day supply, and it's like individual packets to like put in water. But I think I've used like 4 of them, so I can't say that but I was hooked with the whole same thing, brain fog, cognitive clarity, however they refer to it, or just clarity in general. That fog that some days exists. But it's just, again, one more thing to add to your routine that I feel like you spend the money on, and I am not. Maybe I'm just not disciplined enough to have it work. Some of the stuff may work, and it just, Tara might not be disciplined enough to get it to work.
I think about that a lot, because I try to find the consistency, and I'm good when I'm working. But as a teacher, I get certain vacations, and then I don't do the same things. So like Colleen, I also do the mushroom coffee, but only on work days. And then as I'm making it, that's when I add in the creatine, the colostrum, and the collagen. So like, I want to say it's been helpful in some ways, but I haven't been as consistent as I want yet to be able to confirm that. But Vin takes it as well. So I know he's,
That's one thing I will stand by. And if at some point anybody wants me to say the name of the mushroom coffee brand that I take, and we can reach out to them to be a sponsor, we can go there. But for now, I'll just say the mushroom coffee that I take. I will say that it has given me digestive benefits, where I have a really bad digestive system. I have a lot of issues, and I have my whole life. And if I take it every morning, and I do it instead of regular coffee, so that's the question. Is it because I'm taking the mushroom coffee, or because I'm laying off of real coffee? But I definitely notice a difference with my digestive system. So I feel better when I take it. But again, is it because I'm taking it, or because it makes me not drink real coffee? I'm not sure. But I do like it. But anyway, so it's funny.
I was going to pose a question. To you ladies. Okay, what do you think it would take for you to just say, screw all this, I'm not doing any of this, and kind of just going like, all natural, and just whatever happens to my body, I'm going to go with it? Like, would you feel comfortable and confident doing that? And if not, is it it more society? Is it that just for yourself you don't want to do that? You know, you have a way that you want to look, and so like, are we doing this for us, or are we doing this for
very
society?
philosophical, Erin? Very philosophical.
Yeah.
Are we talking like Pam Anderson, no makeup ever again?
Maybe, and you know, well, and that's a good example, because then, like, think of all the heat that she took. And granted, she's a public figure, but you know, people feel it's their right to get on and you know, judge somebody else's choices, first of all, but also, like, she still looks good, you know.
Yeah,
But it's like, oh, she doesn't look how you think she should look. I just feel like we have we're just up against a lot of pressure to look a certain way.
I mean, I have opinions on that, I guess. I'm with you. Like, I'm just not ready to be gray yet. So I think at whatever point I decide for myself, I'm okay to be gray, I'll let myself go gray, but I'm not feeling that yet for whatever reason. But I think that I look at things different, whether we're talking about cosmetic stuff versus medical stuff. I'm going to guard how I feel a lot stronger than how I look. I think it's like that quality of life issue. And that has been what's been really hard for me over the last year, with some medical struggles and finding the right medical people to help me with that, and having you guys to support me has been really important. I mean, obviously for our listeners, it's nothing super serious, but it's just been a lot of challenges along the way that have made quality of life more difficult. And I'm on the better side of that now. But when it comes to medical stuff, I don't think I'm as willing to just say, oh, whatever, this is the process, just deal with it. I'll fight for that part. But I think the cosmetic side, I am coming to terms with certain things. It's like, well, we're not going to get younger. So unless you're willing to go under the knife and get some major surgeries, which I'm not, I am for myself opposed to those things. I respect what everybody else wants to do. So I look at it in two different ways, but I hope I get to the point where cosmetically I decide to care less, because this is hard. Caring so much is hard.
What was that? Like, you know,
that was my cat.
Making an outtake reel.
What the fuck? What just happened? That was my cat. Sitting here nicely, having a little cuddle. Woo.
And then
Your cat decided that we were going to talk about quick fixes, and we were doing it way too long.
It was not quick. Is it time for feeding?
Oh my goodness. I'm going to try to help us wrap up, because I know we were trying to keep it at a certain time. I'm with you on the separating the cosmetic or the look from the feel. And how do I feel when I sleep? How do I feel when I move throughout the day? But there's always going to be reminders out there of our age. So I teach the same grade. I teach 7th grade. So I've got 12-year-olds in my face all day. And this morning, one of my students walked in and he said, "Do you like baseball?" I said, "I don't." Not really. He goes, "Oh, I have all these baseball cards, but they're really old guys. And I figured because you're old, you would know them."
Oh, no.
It's like,
No.
thank you so much. No, I'm not that old.
Oh.
So that was how I started my day today. Feeling great. And then I was like, and I'm old. Thank you.
And then you failed him.
And then he got an F.
Yeah.
And we keep talking about how social media and technology is impacting our journey through all of this. So I thought it was awesome that Tara had a little bit of fun with some AI, which, however you feel about it, this is amazingly fun. So let's throw this up there to close today's episode and thank everyone for listening. But you have to take a look at this funness.
All of us going through it.
The cartoon version of our reality.
I love, I'm like dealing hormones or something.
Like,
hey, I'm
like dealing blackjack with hormones.
I'll take your pill and up you one.
It looks like we might be partying really hard, but then there's that weekly organizer for the pills. So, like, no, we just have aches and pains.
Just to remind you, you're old.
I'm gonna double down on Tuesday with that glucosamine.
Oh my God.
Extra collagen for you, Colleen.
Yeah, I'll take it, and I'll trade you a I don't know, what am I gonna trade you? A magnesium. There you go.
Okay.
Hey, if they serve it in ice cream form, I'm in. Let's
Well,
go.
apparently they do, and if somebody wants
Apparently
to
they
say,
do.
what is it called?
It's not working
Their
yet.
immunopause.
There you go.
Is it yam?
Yeah.
Yam flavored.
No, I
It's
think
made
that
from
would
yams
be.
and beef tallow.
I think that would be the wild yam sorbet. That's not out yet.
There you
so
go.
we can market that.
We could.
All right. Well, you guys are all
Well,
awesome.
friends, if you have ideas for topics for us, if you want to comment, you have any stories you'd like to share, we have an email address, right? What's our email address? Lisa, you know.
Great question. I used to know, but
You put her
brain
on the
fog is
spot.
real.
Well, while she
I think
looks that up, I'd also like to ask people to reach out to us on social media if you have the quick fix for the turkey neck, because that would be a really great thing for you to share with us.
Yes, please.
And Lisa, do we give you enough time?
I'll put it in the show. We'll put it in the show notes.
It is friends.5, the 2 words, .5, and then the number 5 @gmail.com. We also have an Instagram with the same name, so you can find us there.
Awesome. And other than that, everybody have a great night and come back and be our friends. Period.
Period.
See you later.